Lena's Brooklyn accent had taken on a slight drawl, but since they crossed into the city limits of New York, it had all but disappeared. "Be out in a sec." A few secs ticked by. Ellie's stomach growled. "That whole baggage of Doritos didn't hold you over much, eh?" Lena asked, smiling. "Don't worry, we'll be slurping up spaghetti at Donnie's soon. Maybe I can hook you up with one of his brothers. A real Italian stallion." Ellie rolled her eyes. "Yeah, right. I'd rather have a date with a nice big bowl of pasta and a glass of Merlot." The chipped burgundy door swung open, and a stout man with bushy gray eyebrows nodded at them. He chewed on the end of a cigar for a moment as he gave Ellie a head-to-toe scan with his beady eyes. Was it that obvious she'd never set foot in New York? "Hello," she said, applying her sweetest smile. "I'm Ellie. This is Lena." "I'm Polly." He waved his cigar toward the dim interior. "Come on. Watch your step." Lena and Ellie followed him through the doorway and into a vinyl-floored foyer. The air smelled of stale cigar smoke, grease, and mothballs. A mismatched striped armchair and floral sofa sat against one wall by a door with a crooked sign that read, "Office." Propped on the opposite wall by apartment 1A was a moped with a small puddle of engine oil under it. Ellie half expected a rat to scurry across the scuffed linoleum, but luckily no rodents made an appearance. They followed Polly up the creaky flight of wooden steps to the second floor and apartment 2B, just left of the stairwell. A bare light bulb crackled and buzzed over Ellie's head, then clicked and went out. The only light source was a dingy window on one end of the hall, but that didn't halt Polly's progress as he flipped through a full keychain, finally plucked one from the stash, and unlocked their door. He stepped aside and waved them in. "Rent's due first of the month. You could pay your own utilities. Mailboxes are down by the front door." Ellie followed Lena inside, where the smell of fresh paint hit her like a wall. The girls sat their boxes down on the hardwood floor. Someone had recently renovated the place. Soft yellow walls lent a soothing atmosphere. The floorboards, though obviously not new, shone from a good polish. Bright white trim and crown molding framed the small living area, an attached kitchen. The interior walls were bare brick, rustic, classic, and lovely. "Wow," Ellie said. "It's really—" "Not bad," Lena finished. "I know the outside ain't much," Polly said with a shrug, "but we fix up the insides real good. Nobody's gonna accuse me of being a slumlord." He crossed his arms and chewed on his cigar, looking around and nodding as though pleased with his handiwork. "Yeah, it's nice," Lena said. She had already started exploring the kitchen, opening cabinets and drawers. She pulled out a bottle opener and grabbed the cooler. "Sweet. Any problems with pests?" Polly took the cigar from his mouth and frowned as though insulted. "No. We got a good pest guy comes by every month. You see a pest, it's probably already half dead. He uses good stuff." Ellie followed him to the door. "I'm sure it's fine. Thank you, Mr.
Karasanthopoulos."
Ellie blinked at him, wishing she hadn't asked. He snickered.
"Just call me Polly. Need help with your stuff?"
"We really don't have a lot. I'm sure we'll manage. Right, Lena?" Lena grunted something and opened a bottle of beer.
"Good," Polly said, "'cause my back ain't good for heavy lifting."
There were 2 small bedrooms connected with an adjoining bedroom that Ellie suspected had once been a closet. She took the street-side one, hoping that would get her used to the sounds and lights of a city that never slept. It didn't take long for her and Lena to carry up their twin mattresses, box springs, frames, and headboards. Their rooms each had tiny closets with louvered doors and shelf space, plenty of room for their clothes. The living situation wasn't far removed from dorm life, except for having to pay rent and utilities. At least it was a decent place. After a phone call to her mom and a quick nap on the futon that served as a sofa, Ellie combed her hair and waited for Lena to get ready for dinner. Finally, Lena emerged in a short, tight